Hey guys, what is going on? Today I am going to be showing you guys how to properly wash your car at home. Now, when I was in high school, I used to work at a detail shop called Daniel Schmidt & Co. And it was basically, I cleaned classic cars. And there I would clean anywhere from $50,000 classics all the way up to $1 million classic cars. So this is just how I wash my car. Okay, so for this car wash today, you are going to need 6 items. First is going to be a hose with access to water, obviously. Then you are going to need a bucket. You are going to need a sponge. Then you are going to need a car shampoo of some kind. I'm going to be using Adams Polishes today. I really like their product, so I'll be using their car shampoo and then also their detail spray. That is the 5th item. And then finally, you are going to need a few microfiber towels to dry off the car and also clean it after we have already washed it with the detail spray. Okay, so I like to start with the wheels first because they're usually the dirtiest and they also take the longest, so I like to get them out of the way first. So for this, you will need detail spray and you also need a microfiber towel. Now, hopefully you have one that you don't care about because by the time you're done cleaning all 4 rims, this is going to be probably ruined. So I already know I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the comments about using detail spray on rims. Before I go any further, I wanna tell you that I don't trust in products like rim cleaner because it's basically just acid that eats the dirt. And I'm not saying it's gonna damage your rim, but what I'm saying is just work. Just actually like scrub the wheel, okay? So I'll show you, and it makes a big difference. Honestly, you could replace this with water. As long as you have something with a towel to rub the dirt off, you're gonna be fine. You could literally replace this with water and be fine. Okay, on to cleaning the rim. Okay, so now that you're done washing your rims, which should take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes depending on how complicated your rim pattern is, your towel should look something like this. Absolutely disgusting. I wouldn't even bother trying to wash it. What I like to do is I like to take it, toss it aside for the next time I wash my rims. Okay, on to the fun part, actually cleaning your car. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your bucket that I had you get, you're gonna throw the sponge in the bucket, you're gonna take your car shampoo, drizzle it in the bucket with the sponge, then you're going to fill it with water, and then you will have a bucket of suds with your sponge. Now, how I was taught how to clean a car is how I still clean a car to this day. So what I like to do is I go panel by panel. So if I'm doing my front hood, what I would do is I would get the whole front hood wet. Then I would take my bucket of suds with the sponge, grab the sponge, wipe every single inch of the panel, and then after I'm done with that one panel, I would rinse off the panel. Then I would go on to the next panel, whether it be the fender or the bumper or whatever. But I go panel by panel. It helps me make sure I get every single inch of the car because I'm only focused on one panel at a time. So now I'm going to show you a time lapse of how I clean my car. Let's go. Okay, so now that your car is done being washed, there are two ways of drying it, the right way and the wrong way. So the correct way officially would be to have an air compressor and all that, so that way no water dries on the car. You can use towels. I don't like using towels, so I do it the best, in my opinion, ways of the wrong way, if that made any sense. So what I do is I use this time to pack up all my stuff. I'll rinse out my bucket, wash out my sponge, put the hose away, turn off the water, all that stuff. So that way, as much of the water on the car that is left on the car can dry up. So that is what I do, you know, whatever works for you to dry the car, you know, go ahead and do, but that's what I do. And then we'll come back to the car and I'll start using my detail spray with the microfiber towels on it to do a final polish of the car. Okay, so now that your car is about 80% dry, I will go back and walk around the car again, looking for spots like this around the door handle, down here in the corner, just spots that I missed with the sponge and there's still dirt left over, and that's where the detail spray comes in. So what I'll do is I'll come back, I'll get all these spots. Now, even though I'm getting these spots, I will still wipe the whole entire panel of every single panel. So I'll still get the whole car, but I'm specifically looking for these spots. And then after I feel like the car is thoroughly wiped down and clean, I will then move on to the windows. And the windows are really simple. All you do is spray and then wipe, make sure there's no streak marks. It's pretty simple. But how you deal with things like this, I'll show you how I like to use my detail spray. It's pretty standard, honestly. But what you do is spray it once, just a little bit, not too much, and then I will gently wipe it. You don't want to wipe too hard, because if there is stuff left on your towel that you just missed, which happens to everybody, you will now have a scratch in your car's clear coat, or if it's a big enough particle of dirt, it could go all the way down to the main coat of paint. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. As you can see, the dirt is now gone. It looks a lot better, and that is how I use my detail spray. So now that you're done wiping down your car with your detail spray, it's time to move on to the final step, which is wiping down your windows and mirrors. So pretty simple. You just spray once or twice, and then you don't even really have to be careful. The only thing you really want to make sure you get is all those nasty water spots. And for example, this one, you want to make sure that you just wipe it. And then there's a crazy part about this. You also want to open up your door and get the inside of the window, because for me, I have dogs. Sometimes they're in my car, and right here you can see there are nose marks, and you don't want nose marks. Okay, so that is how I like to clean my car. I really hope this video helped you clean your car. If it did, leave a like on the video, because I would love to do more of these videos. I could do a whole video on how to clean the engine bay, or the interior of your car, or the door jambs, or under your wheel well. There's just a lot of places I could take these car cleaning videos to. But again, if you like this video, leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.